Hello Culers, it's Pablo here and welcome back to Barca Universal, and here we go guys. La Liga officially starts and the post-Messi era officially begins for Barcelona. We will be taking on Real Sociedad at the Camp Nou in match day 1 of the La Liga season here on Sunday evening for what is going to be an absolutely huge game, and there has been so much talk leading up to this game in the past 2 months, and so much has happened for Barcelona, but here we are. La Liga starts, we want to be hunting the title from match day 1. So let's get started. And this one, as I did mention, is going to be coming to us live from the Camp Nou. We are indeed officially back home after some pre-season games at the Estadio Johan Cruyff, so the Camp Nou should all be ready for this one. And don't forget, it's going to also be ready with fans in the ground. There are rumours that essentially we were going to be getting 30% of our capacity, so with our stadium, which is nearly 100,000 capacity in total, we were going to be getting near 30,000 seats available for this clash, and apparently after we made that available to the public and not just the members, that was officially sold out. However, there were some reports that due to coronavirus restrictions, that could be closer to actually 22,000 or so to space people out. But either way, there will be fans in the ground, and Barcelona should have some good support for this one. 8 PM local time in Spain, that's 7 PM UK, so watch out for that guys. Sunday evening, Barca starts in La Liga. So then, let's start with Barcelona, guys. Here we are. Our season officially begins. So we've had a good pre-season, in my opinion. But well, it's been a crazy summer, hasn't it? You know, I don't think the summer has gone as we wanted it to. I feel as if we came into this summer thinking, yeah, you know what? We've got a bad financial situation on our hands. You know, we're not going to be able to do much. It's only going to be free signings. Let's hope we can sell a few players and then maybe bring in a few other players here and there. Let's renew the contract of Messi. Let's ensure that we have a strong team going for this season. But you've got to say, the window's been a bit of a disaster. I think losing Messi in particular is the big disaster for Barcelona. And of course, it was, you know, a shocking one too. Just a complete flick of the switch, really, with the whole Messi thing. And I feel as if it's something none of us were expecting. But it's the reality, guys, and here we are. We've got Koeman as the coach, and we've got to go again this season. You know, Messi or not, we're still Barcelona. The standards are still very high at the club, and we have got a group of players who must be ready now from match day 1 to attempt to regain the La Liga title. And interestingly enough, guys, we may not have had a group of players ready to go for this game because, of course, the registrations. You would have heard in the last few weeks, we've been talking about it all the time on the channel, that, well, because of our financial situation and how dreadful it is, players such as Eric Garcia, Memphis Depay, even Emerson a few days ago, and also Aguero weren't going to be registered for the first game in La Liga, so not in time for this fixture. But thankfully, of all people, Gerard Piqué has stepped forward, and you've got to say, this is big from Piqué. Really is a great moment. Really, really well done to him. He took a huge pay cut. He essentially allowed Barcelona to have that, you know, financial gap to actually go and register Eric Garcia and also Memphis Depay. So we will be having those two for tomorrow's fixture, and you've got to say, well done to Piqué. Big moment for him, you know, really proving how much he loves the club there, and also for Barcelona in terms of being able to get Memphis on board, I feel, for this fixture is absolutely huge considering how well he's done it for us in pre-season. And Eric Garcia, I'm not sure if he'll start tomorrow, but in the future, he's going to be a really important player. So, what should we actually expect from Barcelona tomorrow, playing-wise, in this massive game at the Camp Nou with fans behind us against a good team? We can't forget in Real Sociedad, this will be a really balanced game, a very tough game for Barcelona in match day 1. But what should we expect? I think overall, guys, like I mentioned earlier, I thought pre-season was really, really good for us. I really do. Other than that Salzburg game, which was a bit of a blip and a bit of a disaster in my opinion, wasn't really good at all. I think overall, we've looked really dangerous. We've looked very fit, we've pressed from the front, we've looked hungry, we've scored lots of goals. We haven't conceded an awful amount of goals either. You know, look at the 3-0 win against Juventus just a week ago. I thought that was a really good performance. That was just days after Messi's departure too. So I think everyone has had a good pre-season, I really do. And for La Liga start tomorrow, I think more of the same, guys. We've got to see that press from the front line. That has to be there. That's something I think we all agree. Without Messi, it's something we've got to get better at, pressing as a team, being sustainable in massive Champions League games, being fit without the ball. I think something I'm going to mention a lot this season is the structure. The structure of our team has to be there if we are going to be challenging for big titles, and especially tomorrow up against Real Sociedad, who are a talented team. They are a top team. They have got good players who can hurt us. We've got to have that structure if we want to be dominating the game. And when Real Sociedad have the ball, we've got to be able to close those spaces and, of course, improve without the ball ourselves. A few team news updates before we get into Barcelona's predicted 11. In defence, I think it's pretty clear who's going to be starting. Eric Garcia, I don't think will be starting yet. Same goes for Emerson. If you look into midfield, there are, of course, injuries to De Jong and Pablo. We're hearing both of those guys have been training and will be ready for tomorrow's game, so I would indeed expect De Jong to be coming back into the lineup. Pedri was, of course, at the Olympics, but he's come back and he's ready, so, you know, who knows when Pedri will be getting a rest, hopefully soon, but it looks like he'll be starting tomorrow. And then up front, of course, there will be no Aguero. He's out due to injury. for quite some time now, so Barcelona a little bit limited in attack. But on to that predicted 11, guys, this is what I've gone for. I think this is the lineup Barcelona should be playing in tomorrow's game, and probably for the opening match weeks of La Liga anyway. We've got Neto in goal, very good pre-season, very good goalkeeper. I'm expecting a lot from Neto, you know, top guy. We've got Dest at right back, we've got Jordi Alba at left back. I think for now that's what will be happening. I don't think Roberto will be starting at fullback yet this season, and I don't think Emerson will be starting yet, so Dest and Alba at fullback. In defence, I think Araujo and Piqué is what we should be going for. Longley, again, hasn't really impressed, just looks clumsy. Eric Garcia isn't really ready yet. Titi can't be starting, and of course Mingueza is still injured. So I think Araujo and Piqué is definitely going to be the centre-back partnership for this one, and certainly it should be. In midfield, it looks like we're going to be able to get the midfield three back. We've had a bit of a weird pre-season with midfielders, actually. We've had to bring in a lot of B-team players. You know, Nico and Gavi have got minutes, and Roberto's been playing there too. Ricky Puig's also got some important minutes, but I think Pedri, we've been hearing, is going to come back in and start. And if De Jong is fit, you would also expect him to come in there next to Busquets too in midfield. And then up front, I think this is what we should go for. I think this has been pretty damn clear for a long time now, in my opinion. Demir on the right, Memphis on the left, and then Griezmann up front. Of course, you know, those guys, they can all drift, they can all alternate, really. They all like to come across the field in different ways, so it's quite an interchangeable front three, but it's a dangerous front three, in my opinion. Would I be surprised to see Martin Braithwaite start? Definitely not. We did see Demir drop to midfield and Braithwaite start up front with Memphis and Griezmann in the game against Juventus, so Braithwaite also scored in that game, so let's see what Koeman does. But I think we should go with that. I think it's our best lineup that we've got right now, and it gives us the best chance of winning tomorrow's game. And before we wrap up, guys, you guys will want to hear, of course, a bit about Real Sociedad, our opposition. And look, guys, we say it every year when we play Real Sociedad, we all realise it's a tough test. It really is. I think for our first game in the La Liga Season 2, we know it's going to be a hard game. We really do. You know, it's a good opposition. No doubt about that. It's a tough start to La Liga all round, in my opinion. Actually, we have got some pretty hard fixtures, so it's going to be absolutely imperative tomorrow to pick up those 3 points. And as I say, guys, you know, Real Sociedad, they're a good footballing team. They really are. They've got a good coach. They've got clear ideas. They've got very intelligent footballers to go along with it. And we all know, guys, they can cause us issues. I think even with Messi for this fixture, we looked at this game at the start of La Liga and said, yep, that's going to be hard. That is not going to be an easy game. We're going to have to play at the top of our game there to get the 3 points. And this will be a test for Barcelona. So I'm expecting this to be a really tough game for us. I think we all agree with that one. It could be a quite even contest if La Real are good with the ball. And I think definitely we'll need to step up big time to stop them. In terms of individuals, it's always really good to, you know, look at some of the players they've got. Of course, Oyarzabal, Merino, and Zubimendi. All three of those guys were actually at the Olympics with Spain. But I think they're just going to come back and play. Similarly to what we're doing with Pedri, I think, you know, they're going to come back and almost use that Olympics as their pre-season. So those guys should be there. David Silva, who was actually injured for all 3 of the games against Barcelona last season, is in the squad and will be able to play. However, there's going to be no Alexander Isak for La Real. So that's a big miss for them, you feel, up front. He's not in the squad tomorrow, travelling to Catalonia. So that's the team updates for La Real. And finally then, to wrap up, guys, with my match prediction, I've gone for a narrow Barcelona win. I've gone for Barcelona 1, Real Sociedad 0. I think it could be a tough game. Look, if Barcelona come out firing and we're really up for it like we were against Juventus, then who knows, we could have a really special opening day in La Liga. But I think it's going to be a tough game. I really do. I think without Messi, we're going to slowly realise, hang on a minute, you know, we can't just open up teams at will, basically. And we will realise that as the years go on. But I've been impressed with pre-season. As I said, you know, we haven't played one game with Messi in pre-season, so this team should be quite used to actually, you know what, not playing with Messi. He hasn't been around the group at all. You know, since May, Messi hasn't been here at Barcelona, so we should be decently well prepared, guys. It's going to be a tough game, we all know that, but it's a really important one. It's going to be a really, really tough game. So let's see how we do. Leave your thoughts and comments down below, guys. I'll be trying to get back to as many of you as I can. Should be some good discussions down there, and I'll be seeing you after tomorrow's game to discuss all of the action. I'll see you then, enjoy the game, and goodbye.